Everyone for joining. Let me give you a bit of housekeeping before we start. Please note that the attendees will be muted and you can ask as many as questions through the chat, and some of our team members will be monitoring that and we'll be responding to as many as questions possible during the Q&A sessions. Once again, thank you for joining the webinar on Sirius360, the DevSecOps Navigator. Let me just introduce myself. I am Santosh. I head the professional services of DevOps Enabler & Co. We are a boutique shop which specializes in DevOps automation and cloud services. And Sirius360 is a brainchild of our technical team, which has been using homegrown tools and industry-approved standards for maturity assessment. Now we have released Sirius360 as a standalone product. Later, we'll have Mr. Suresh, our Vice President of Operations, taking you through the product demo. To help you understand on the need of a product like Sirius360, I will take you through a few facts and challenges which we have learned through surveys, which are faced predominantly by the market, and then I will introduce you to the solution. Some of the challenges that we have come across are 78% of the organizations who take DevSecOps journey fail to get it right. 70% of organizations lack adequate working knowledge of DevSecOps practices. 60% of organizations say that the technical challenges are the main hurdle to DevSecOps adoption. Loss of productivity, which cost consumers thousands of dollars. And some of the facts are incorrect starting point, due to which it is very challenging to navigate properly. No standardized methods are available to check the progress. The professional services which are currently available are way too generic, and lots of time are needed to understand the current progress of the implementation. So with that, let me take you through the solution. So Sirius360, the DevSecOps Navigator, which is unique and specifically designed and dedicated to the niche market, and it is backed by our SMEs who have more than 25 years of industry experience. This is the first product which is both functional and highly usable, and which supports consulting capabilities also. So moving forward, when we looked at the facts, right, this solution helps you to get the right coordinates. So it helps us to understand where is the starting point. With that starting point, we can do the correct navigation, due to which we can do a lot of cost savings because we do not have to waste time in understanding what is the progress. It is very easy to use. And as I mentioned, it is well supported by our team of architects and engineers and SMEs who've been having worked in this field for more than 25 years. Now, this product is catering to different personas. I'll just take you through a few of the personas that is very commonly available. The app admin is the central administrator of the product from the customer side. That app admin will control the organizational level, and Suresh will be taking you through a details of all those things available in the app admin. And we have an org admin. Org admin, because in large organizations, we have different business units which needs to cater to different solutions which the app admin may not be aware of. In that case, we can use this persona to differentiate between different business units or practices, wherever, or a delivery unit, etc. Right? A sponsorer is a key role here. This persona can be a business unit head, vice presidents, or people who have vested interest in seeing the progress. Now, the SME will be the one who will control the development and the knowledge base of the product. And then we have assessors who take the assessment of the project, and we have the SSC, the final end users, who will be taking the assessment to do the maturity level testing. And we'll also introduce you to our automation, where we eliminate the final two personas, where human interaction will be eliminated completely. With that, I will request Mr. Suresh to take us through the demo.
Hey, thank you, Santosh, for the introduction. And for giving a brief on the default personas in Sirius360 and about DevOps enablement. As Santosh had mentioned, the platform Sirius360 is designed to help organizations manage their assessments and understand the overall DevOps maturity levels effectively. So for the next 15 to 20 minutes, I will take you through the key features and functionalities of Sirius 360, focusing on how it can be leveraged by different roles within your organization. So now let's dive into the role of an app admin. One of the most critical tasks for an app admin is creating and managing projects. So to add a project, they have to just hover to the add project menu on the left hand side and click on create a project. So once you click on a create project, a pop-up comes up where you can fill in the project name and the description. And on the left hand side of the pop-up, you can find the organization structure. The demo customer, what you can see is the organization is a parent organization, and the ones that are below, there is the demo customer 1.0, demo customer 1.1, could be the business units or the sub organizations. You can also find various other menus like assign assessor, assign assessments, settings, audit trail, and so on, which have been provided for an app. So when you go to the settings page, from the settings page, you can update your company information. From the in-page configuration tab, you can configure the emails. Say like you want the users of your organization to receive email notifications of Sirius 360 only from your company domain email, then you can configure it here. Else, you can also use the default email provided by us. So in the RBAC section, it's very straightforward. It's role-based access control from where you can provide the access based on the roles to your users. You also have an option called add role from where you can create a new persona. We have already provided around 7 default personas, but in case if you want to create your own persona and give them the access, you can do it from here. And in the user management tab, is basically used for managing the users whom you want to use Sirius 360. So let me now log in as a sponsor, which is one of the important persona in Sirius 360. So a sponsor uh, is the one who basically defines the goals that the organization has to achieve within a period of time. And sponsor in a startup can be the founder, CEO, or a CTO, and in large enterprises, they can be the business unit heads, vice presidents, and so on. So the dashboard, what you can see in front, is the sponsor, is the command center for tracking the outcomes of various projects. Here you can view detailed reports on organization maturity, trends across different projects, and individual assessment results. This information is crucial for making informed decisions about where to focus your resources and efforts.
Now, what we see here is an assessment dashboard. The assessment dashboard is the assessment that has been taken. Right now, just below that, you will see the maturity legends. Those are the legends which has been defined by industry standards on where your company's progress is going, like level A, level B, level C, level D, and up to level E, right? And on top, you will see the different type of projects that are being done. We can run through different projects through the drop down, and just next to that, we have the area paths, right? Which area are we monitoring? Is it monitoring, log management? It can be defined by your SME, which again Suresh will explain later. Now, if you look at just below, you see the trend graph, right? It can be a bar graph, or you can see a line chart for that. So a line chart, when you look at the line chart, we'll see that this particular company has been doing well and it has been making constant progress. So we can see when it started off, it was at somewhere around 46%. Now it has gone up to 58%, right? So that means the company has been doing something right in monitoring the progress. On top, again, if we go, we can see like a sponsor may not be just interested in one particular assessment. He wants to see the complete business unit's progress, right? So we can look at the organizational dashboard. Now, this particular dashboard will give us the overall maturity of the organization. What is the level that it is at, and if from a previous thing, if it has made any progress. So here we'll see that it is at 61%, and it has level D. That is a very good percentage. And then you will also see from the previous assessment, it has gone up by 1.2%. So all those information is very crucial for a business unit owner to understand whether the things they're doing, the steps they're taking are in the right direction. You can find additional details if you scroll down. You will find additional details like where is it is going. Now we'll see like each project wise, is it going up, down, what is the previous maturity, what is the current maturity. And if you still keep coming down, we have different other dashboards also. So we have like the project trend where the reassessment has been taken. So now if let's say like the sponsor or SME or an assessor is not happy with what kind of progress has been made, then we can do a reassessment, or if they're not happy with the answers, they can do a reassessment. And those kind of percentages can be found below also. Now, all these things can be defined by the goals, right? So a business unit head can set their goals by going to the goal tracker. Now, what we have seen there is based on this particular goal that has been set by our business unit head. Now, if you want to set up a new goal, we just need to click on the create goal. It has a period. Now, let's take a whole year. So we'll do from August this year till July next year. And then we can see like we can do a review cycle on a quarterly basis, half yearly basis. We can select which organization, because under a BU there may be different organizations, different projects. It can drill down to that. It can drill down to projects. And now we are at level D. Do you want to go at level E? We can select that. And but in level E also, I know for sure that I may not be able to achieve 100%. So let's say let's look at 92%, right? I can try and set that as 92%. And then what happens once this goal has been set, it is the job of the SME to define how this goal can be achieved. Now Suresh will take us through how SME does this task.
Thanks, Santosh, for giving a detailed explanation of the dashboard available for sponsor. However, just a heads up that we have a similar dashboard for all other personas. So let's move to the next persona called SME, that's and subject matter expert. As we log in as a SME, the dashboard is your first stop where you can see the consolidated project maturity results, individual project maturity results, and you can also drill down to the area path maturity results. So one of the most critical tasks for the SME in Sirius360 is to create an assessment. To create an assessment, we need to navigate to the question bank. From there, we can create the questions. As you can see, there are few icons on top right. The first icon is the filter. From where you can search for questions that have already been created. Such questions based on area, functionality, or subfunctionality. The next feature is the add question, from where you can add questions to your question bank. So when you click on add question feature or the button, a pop-up comes up where you can select the different areas or the functionality or a subfunctionality into which you want to add this question. Basically, when you're creating an assessment, you can select the areas and you can create the questions. So once a now question has been created, you can see the list of the questions in your question bank. In case if you want to upload a bulk set of questions, instead of adding questions one after the other, you can import the questions in just one click by importing them via an Excel sheet. So we also have got another feature called move to assessment. Say like you have created few set of questions, but now you want to add them to an existing assessment that is in an unpublished state. Then by using the move to assessment feature, you can move these questions that you have created recently to an existing assessment. So Once you create the questions, you can select the questions, and once you click on create assessment button, a pop-up comes up where you can select the sorry. After you create the assessment, you can see the list of the assessments in the assessment list page. So from here, you can click on publish button, and once you click on the publish button, you can see a list of projects that have been created by the app. From here, you can select the projects to which you want to assign these assessments. And once an assessment has been assigned to a project, the assessor, who could be a project manager or a project coordinator or any other role which is similar to this, can assign this assessment to an assessor. So we'll just log in as an assessor now. Okay. So once we log in as an assessor, the assessor can now assign this assessment to an assessee. So an assessee can be a DevOps engineer or a senior DevOps engineer who actually does the engineering work in an organization. So to assign an assessment, we have to just click on assign assessee, select the various options in the pop-up, select the project, select the assessee, select the assessment that you want to assign, and give a due date by when you want the assessment to be complete. So once this is done, the assessee will receive a notification stating that he has been assigned an assessment and he needs to take up the assessment. We also have got something called as review required. So once an assessment has been taken up by the assessee, the results usually get published to the dashboard, which will be viewable by the management team. However, if you want to review this, the answers that have been given by the assessee, you can opt this on. You can select this option by which when the assessment is submitted by the assessee, it comes for a review to you. And once you approve it, only after that, the assessment results will be seen by the management team. Okay. So finally, uh, I would like to introduce a new persona called bot user. A bot user is an AI-enabled bot which, once configured, can answer the assessments in real time and provide you with accurate results on project maturity. However, due to time constraint, we'll be taking a bot user in our next webinar or can provide you a demo of it one-on-one in case if you wish to. So with this, I end this webinar and I welcome any questions that you have. And also, request you to kindly share your feedback by answering few questions from the poll section. Okay, we see someone. Um, okay, Mr. Sri Lokanadam, just give me a minute, Sri, while I, give you enable the talk option for you. Okay, Sri, you have been given access to speak.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can.
So the question that I had was, what if I would not want to have questions answered by someone, but automatically get responses? Is there a way for that?
Santosh, you want to take this up?
Yeah. So Sri, as if you had seen, like in the end, we had Suresh showing the bot user, right? So the purpose of the bot user is to completely eliminate the assessor or the assessor SSE kind of a role where 70 to 80% of the questions are taken up by the bot. So we have a tool integration. If you want, we can do a one-on-one because it's a bit technical and detailed demo where we can showcase that, where it eliminates the complete role and the human factor is avoided. But if there are certain things like, there are questions which is more human related, right? Because if you want to find out a user experience kind of a question or something, which cannot be answered by the bot, that will still be taken up by the assessment of the assessor SSE. But rest of the thing through our integration will be taken up by the tool itself, and we can completely avoid the human interaction in that.
Okay. And would I be able to use that feature with the current licenses, or will there be any additional license requirements for that?
No, it
Santosh?
will be from the current licenses itself, but it will take up, let's say, like, you have 100 users, and you can define, like, 10 users will be bought. So you can have, it will be part of that itself. It is not an additional procurement, but it will be part of your user license. Just like you're assigning to a person, it will be assigned to a bot. That's it.
Okay. Nice one. Thank you.
Thanks, Sri. I hope that your question was answered.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So, do we have any other questions?
Okay, I think if there are no more questions, we will be soon coming up with an advanced version also, where we will deep dive into the integration part and all that. So stay tuned, and thank you for your time. Thank you for taking and listening to us. We hope to get back to you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.